Karnak and Rapsho were the next two stops that His Holiness and his entourage made. Both nomadic villages were having major drought problems that were affecting food supply to both humans and animals. His Holiness said that although he could not promise anything, he would try his best to pray for rain and hope that these people's devotion to the Buddha, Dharma and Sangha would relieve their sufferings as soon as possible. On their way to Manali, His Holiness and his group stopped at Sarchu on the border of Jammu Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh for lunch before camping the night in Jispa, where His Holiness the Dalai Lama gave Kala Chakra initiation a few years ago. The next morning, His Holiness paid a brief visit to the newly restored Gyenmol Monastery before leaving for Keylong. Local people came to know about His Holiness's visit, and they all rushed to meet him by the roadside. His Holiness and his entourage passed by Drilbu Ri, or Bell Mountain, as it took the shape of a bell. This holy mountain was blessed by Chakra Samvara himself aeons ago, and there was a cave where Yogi Gotsangpa meditated. After lunch at Sisu Park, where a beautiful waterfall sat in the picturesque background, His Holiness hushed everyone to move quickly to Drenpuk Monastery in Koksar. On the way, the group was greeted by 3 huge and complete rainbows, one atop the other. Drenpuk Monastery was built on the cave where Gotsangpa stayed when he first came from Tibet. Rotang Pass was the next stop the group made to have breakfast while enjoying the view of snow-capped mountain ranges. Going down from Rotang Pass to Manali, His Holiness was surprised to see Se Rinpoche and his family waiting for him. After a short tea break at a nice restaurant, His Holiness and his entourage were invited by Se Rinpoche to his monastery in Manali and a short visit to Bada Community Shrine in Kulu before going to Manikaran Hot Spring for a rest. In Manikaran, everyone in the group tried the famous hot spring bath, which promised to cure anything from rheumatism to bronchitis. The next day, His Holiness was invited to some Dzong Buddhist shrine in Manikaran to give a short teaching to the local people. After this, at the invitation of His Eminence Cheonggun Rinpoche Chyoki Sengye, His Holiness visited Rinpoche's monastery in Kulu, Dechen Choko Ling, which was named after the one in Tibet. After lunch, the group went to Mandi, surprised to be met by an entourage of Rinpoches and monks waiting by the roadside. Among them were Lama Wangdor and Palga Tulku Rinpoche from Zigar Buddhist Institute. They diverted the journey to Chopema, the holy lake of Guru Padmasambhava and the birthplace of His Holiness. The next day, Lama Wangdor took His Holiness and his entourage to visit the holy sites related to Guru Padmasambhava and one of his chief consorts, Princess Mandarava, who was the daughter of the king of Mandi. This is where Princess Mandarava lived in retreat with 500 nuns, and where Guru Padmasambhava discovered Mandarava to be a suitable spiritual companion. The dungeon near the river is where the king of Mandi locked up his daughter, Princess Mandarava, after he discovered that she was living with Guru Padmasambhava. This is the royal park where Guru Padmasambhava gave some of his major discourses, after turning the king of Mandi and his people into practitioners of Buddha Dharma. Also took everyone to the cave of Tilopa, where Tilopa lived most of his life and where Naropa met him. The Sikh's Golden Temple was the last stop before arriving in New Delhi. His Holiness and his entourage arrived at about 3 a.m. Everyone took the opportunity to sleep near the holy spring in the Sikh temple before leaving for New Delhi